Hi, this video will show you how you determine the cost calculations for a variety of different cost definitions along with productivity measures. So here's the example. Suppose you have a production function which is based on your capital and your labor, and you have 6 units of capital provided. The rental price is $10 for each piece of capital. Also, you rent workers at a wage rate of $20 per worker. So you're given the number of workers, labor. This is your variable input. And here's our output, Q, which ranges anywhere from 0 when you have no workers to 54 units produced when you have 4 workers. See if you can calculate the marginal productivity and the average productivity of labor. After making these two calculations, then let's calculate the variety of different cost definitions. So I would suggest pausing the video here and see if you can calculate this column of marginal productivities of labor first. Okay, welcome back. If you just paused your video, the marginal productive labor, what is it? It's the additional output from one more worker. When you have your first worker, they get you 12 more units of output. So our marginal productivity here is simply 12. Now, what's the marginal productive labor from your second worker? Well, the second worker, with 2 workers, we now have 28 units of output. With 1 worker, we had 12. So the marginal productivity of that second worker, they get us 16 more units of output. So 16 there is the marginal productivity of your second worker. What's the marginal productivity of labor for your third worker? Well, this again is the difference between having 3 workers making 42 and 2 workers making 28. This difference between 42 and 28 is simply 14. So that is the marginal productivity of the third worker. And finally, what's the marginal productivity of the fourth worker? In the same fashion, this is the additional output you get, or 12 more units of output. Now let's find the average productivity of labor. Well, this is found by simply taking our output, Q, and dividing Q by the number of workers we have, L. So this first one, 12. Second one, 2 workers, 28 units, that's 14 is the average. The average productive labor of the third worker is 42 divided by 3, or 14. Finally, for the average productive labor for when you have 4 workers, that's going to be 54. I can't do this one in my head. 54 divided by 4.